So when graphing a line, you just need 2 points to graph a line. So if I have the intercepts are where we cross the y-axis and where we cross the x-axis. So if I have 2 intercepts, I have 2 points, and I can use those 2 points to graph a line. So it'd be convenient to find those 2 points and graph a line. It's a nice technique to how to graph a line. So to find these 2 points, what's interesting about them is on this x-axis, this point here is 3, 0. On the x-axis, that's x, this is our y-axis. On the x-axis, the y value is 0. And if I went to label this point here, I would say x is 0 and y is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and y is 5. So on the y-axis, x is 0, and on the x-axis, y is 0. That is the key feature to graphing using the intercepts. So let's write that down. X-intercept, it's where it crosses the x-axis, where a line crosses, in this case it's a line, the x-axis. And the most important part, y equals 0 at the x-intercept. We're going to use that to help us find those points. Now the y-intercept, well, is where the line crosses the y-axis. And it's where, most importantly, x equals 0. We can use that to our advantage. So if we have an equation that is, let's say, negative 2x plus 4y equals 8. You could always put this in slope-intercept form to graph it, but we're trying to learn a new way. And the problem with graphing this right now is it's not in slope-intercept form. I've got 2 variables. I don't know what to do. I don't have any points. But, if I put 0 in for y, that would get rid of this and I could solve for x. That's what we're going to do. We're going to find the x-intercept. X-intercept. We're going to do that first. Negative 2x plus 4 up. Because it's the x-intercept, I know y is 0. That's how I can put 0 in for y. And then we end up with negative 2x, 4 times 0, don't need to worry about it, it's 0, equals 8. And then I just solve for x. Now that x is negative 4. So that gives me 1 point on my line. When x is negative 4, y is 0. That's one of my intercepts. I like to just actually, because I know that this is going to make a 0 here, it's going to eliminate it. I can see that right there. Negative 2x equals 8. I can solve that. It's a nice way to go about it. It's nice and efficient. So we have the x-intercept. Let's find our y-intercept. And we know with the y-intercept, key feature, x is 0 on the y-intercept. So now instead of putting x there, I'm going to substitute in 0 because I know I'm on the y-intercept and x is 0. Well, negative 2 times 0, that's 0. Don't have to think about it anymore. So 4y equals 8. Divide by 4. Y equals 2. So when x is 0, y is 2. Now I have my 2 points that I can graph to get my line. So I go back to my graph. Here's my x-axis, my y-axis. That's a y. And I'm scaling with a scale of 1. Negative 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have 0, 2, 0, 2, 2 points. Now I can draw my line and connect the line. And we have graphed the line using the intercepts. So the key part on the x-intercept, y is 0 whenever you're crossing the x-axis. And whenever you're crossing the y-axis, x is 0. That knowledge allows you to graph using the intercepts.